A to Z. This PowerPoint was created to be used with the song Alphabet Learn on the CD. Sing, spell, read, and write. A says A. Do you hear it in apple? B says B. Do you hear it in ball? C says C. Do you hear it in cat? D says D. Do you hear it in doll? E says E. Do you hear it in egg? F says F. Do you hear it in fan? G says G. Do you hear it in goat? H says H. Do you hear it in hand? Do you hear it in inchworm? I says I. Do you hear it in inchworm? J says J. Do you hear it in jam? K says K. Do you hear it in kite? L says L. Do you hear it in lamb? M says M. Do you hear it in monkey? Do you hear it in noodles? N says N. Do you hear it in noodles? Do you hear it in octopus? O says O. Do you hear it in octopus? P says P. Do you hear it in poodle? Q says Q. Do you hear it in quilt? R says R. Do you hear it in rail? S says S. Do you hear it in sun? T says T. Do you hear it in tail? Do you hear it in umbrella? U says U. Do you hear it in umbrella? V says V. Do you hear it in vase? W says W. Do you hear it in wagon? Look at me. See a happy face. X says X. Do you hear it in box? Y says Y. Do you hear it in yarn? Z says Z. Do you hear it in zoo? We've come a long way and now we're at the big barn.